Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Jackie, and today I'll be telling you about my tea time with NASTYGAL. So once upon a time, it was Memorial Day sale, and little Jackie decided to order a whole bunch of items for the summertime. I'm just kidding. So it was Memorial Day sale, and I went a little crazy, and I submit a order of about 17 items: dresses, tops, sweaters, boots, shoes, anything under the sun that you name. And I was super excited when they gave me a shipping confirmation, and in the shipping confirmation it says I was going to be receiving my order in 2 separate shipments. So I get 2 tracking numbers that I've been tracking every single day since I have received the shipping confirmation, like any of us would do. One day when I came home, I find that both of my orders have been delivered, and I was over the moon. I was super excited, and I open the packages and I'm trying the items on, and at the very end I'm like, okay, this does not seem like 17 to me. So I opened my order confirmation, and indeed it was not my full order. I was not given a 3rd tracking number. I was not aware there was a 3rd tracking number. Nobody sent me an email. Nobody updated me. I cross-referenced the shipping label on the packages that I had received with the ones that were sent to me in my email. They were a match. So I was like, okay, I did get both of them that I was told that I was getting. But how come the items in those bags were not the items that were in my confirmation email, my shipping confirmation email? So I'm like, okay, that is weird. I should probably go check it out. I looked through my email, looked through my spam. Maybe they did update me, but I didn't see it. Nada. And then I was like, okay, maybe I should just take a look on my NASTYGAL account. On my NASTYGAL account, it does not show you tracking numbers. You actually have to go into like track your order and then put in your order number, blah blah, all of that to get your tracking numbers. So I'm like, okay, let me try that. And lo and behold, I actually do. Whoa, this is light. I got dark after Florida, huh? I didn't even realize. Turns out that I was supposed to actually get 3 packages instead of 2. So the first 2 tracking numbers obviously were delivered, and I was supposed to be expecting a 3rd. So I started tracking that, but a week goes by, no update on it. Like literally, like there's no update on the tracking number. And then I'm like, okay, maybe it's like stuck at customs or something. Again, no update a week later. And then I was like, okay, should I be worried? Should I be contacting customer service? So I contact customer service. I DM them on Instagram, and I'm like, hey, like my order, I said it was supposed to be shipped into 2 packages, but it actually came in 3. You guys didn't update me on the 3rd one. I didn't know I was expecting it, but my order was missing, and now I find blah blah. So I give them like the whole gist of the story, right? And they were like, oh, yeah, you are expecting a 3rd package. What is the problem? I'm like, well, the problem, first of all, is I was supposed to be expecting 2, not 3. Even if I were expecting 3 that you guys decided to put in later, you should have emailed me about it. Should have updated a loyal customer about the order updates. Nothing. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be taking it out on the NASTYGAL representative because they just work for them, okay? They're just responding to their DMs. I was like, okay, well, what's the resolution for this? Like, how am I gonna go about this? And the person was like, well, your order is coming. We do have it sent out. You should be expecting it soon. I'm like, alright, well, I have been expecting it, but there's no tracking update. And the representative was like, oh, well, if you want a refund, you have to wait until July 1st. Ordered it on Memorial Day. It was shipped out May 31st. And then I received whatever is in part 1 of the video. I think, like, I would say early June. I don't remember the exact date, but it was like early June. And now I'm expecting the 3rd one, and I'm like, okay, this is very odd because I've never ordered anything that's coming from the UK that took me more than a month. I'm like, okay, you're reaching a month and it's already like, you know, and they're asking me to wait until July 1st for any more updates. I'm like, sis, it's not coming.
Okay guys, I forgot that I left this out, but I'm gonna post the receipts here for them as well. When I contacted NASTYGAL about my missing packages, I was just like misled multiple times. It was just so confusing, and that's why I'm so heated whenever I think about this. But June 6th comes, I get my packages and something's missing. So I contacted them. I'm like, hey, something is missing. My order is like incomplete, but it's marked as delivered. What's going on? And they're like, oh yeah, you're expecting a third package, but here's a tracking number. I'm like, okay, why wasn't I notified? Like, I didn't know about this. And then they're like, oh yeah, like it's gonna come by June 10th. I'm like, okay, well, it's already June 6th, so I wait 4 days. June 10th, 10:39 p.m. I'm like, hey, like I still haven't seen anything yet. They're like, oh yeah, like it's supposed to be delivered by June 9, but it looks like it's been delayed, so just give us a few more days. I'm like, all right, fine. June 15 comes. I'm like, hi, I still have not seen anything. And they're like, oh, there's been no updates since June 4th, but you have to wait until July 1st. Why did it take so many different people with so many different dates? Everybody seems so confused, like nobody knew what they're doing. And it's like a simple chat. I didn't say anything else in between. Even if it's the next person who's taking on a case or whatever, whoever's responding next, you could just easily scrolled up and just kind of like match what your colleague is saying. I would have been more pleased with like the worst case scenario first. Worst case scenario, it's gonna come July 1st. I know it's like super long, super far away, but like, you know, it's gonna come by July 1st, and then I'd rather expect it come later and have it come earlier, have it be a surprise, than being let down like day after day. I'm like super excited every time July 6th comes. I'm like, oh my god, wait 4 days, July 10th comes. Oh my god, wait 5 days, July 15th comes. And it's just like, oh, your package is still not here yet. You have to wait until July 1st. And it's like, bro, like this whole thing would have been solved if you just told me, hi Jackie, worst case scenario is July 1st. And then that's it. I would have been done. I would have been like, okay, that's fine. If I didn't catch them every single time, I would have never gotten July 1st. I would have just been waiting indefinitely. And it's just like so unprofessionally handled. Okay, rant's over, but let's continue with the other rant.
That's when I decided to go on vacation. So I'm like, wow, it would really be nice if I could get my items for my trip. So I contacted them again. I'm like, hey, is it okay if I could just get a refund now so I could reorder the item so it would come in time? They're like, no, you have to wait until July 1st. And I'm like, all right, fine, I'll wait. But is there any way you could like go around it? And it's like, no, July 1st. I'm like, all right, fine, July 1st it is. So I'm here waiting July 1st, and then I go on vacation, and I'm like, all right, I'll just wait until I get back. Maybe I'll be here by then. But one of those nights when I was in Florida, I was like, okay, this is not right. Like, I'm gonna forget about it after this trip, so I'm gonna go for my refund now. It's like about, I would say it was on July 3rd when I decided to do this. So I reached out to them again. I'm like, hey, is it possible to get my refund now? Because, you know, it's been over July 1st. And they're like, oh yeah, like I'll happily take care of that for you. And so they take my information down again for the third, fourth time. I don't even remember at this point. They're like, oh yeah, seems that your package has been missing. I'm like, yeah, I know, I've been knowing this since June. I know how tracking works. I do a lot of online shopping, so I know how this works. And the person was like, oh, well, we could offer you a refund, or if you'd like to have your items shipped out to you, that could be an option too. I'm like, oh my god, like that'd be great. I would love the items, right? So I was like, okay, is it possible to get shipped out to me? Like, can you do it ASAP? Because I've been waiting, you know, over a month at this point. And the person was like, yeah, of course, but I do have to let you know that some of your items have been sold out in your size. And I'm like, oh my god, which ones? And I think the ones that were sold out were long sleeves. And I was originally planning to wear that in the fall, so I was like, okay, it's fine. I have until the fall to order more long sleeves. So I was like, it's fine. Just give me a partial refund and I reship out everything that's still in stock in my size. And so the person does that, goes through with putting my order. Again, I don't get any updates for anything that happened on Instagram. I don't know why, but when it shipped out my item, I didn't get a tracking number. So I was like, okay, fuck it, I'll just wait for it. And then luckily when I came back from Florida, the packages were already in my house. I was like, oh my god, finally, like they actually did something for me. So I was going to film a part 2 of the NASTYGAL haul. And when I was going through the items, I was like, okay, these items are like not, they're kind of like misses. And I don't like to post misses because it's just like a waste of my time because I'm not going to end up keeping it anyways. And I was like, okay, you know what? Like, it's fine. I do have some items that I need to ship back for return anyway. So I just returned a whole bunch of things. While on their return portal, they actually don't offer a free return. So if you're ever ordering anything off these websites, just make sure, because I didn't know that. And I had to pay for my shipping labels, which I ended up getting 3. So I dropped off all 3 orders and I have their tracking, and all 3 was successfully delivered and received. I'm like, okay, well now it's just a waiting game for my refund, right? They were pretty fast with my refund. It came in like 3 days. I went to look at the refund amount. I was like, okay, this is oddly low for the items that I returned, because I think they gave me back like $30, but I ordered a pair of shoes and I shipped back like a lot of stuff. The shoes were $10 and then everything else was $5. So I was like, okay, are you telling me that I only shipped back a pair of shoes and like 4 things? No, because I did, like, it was 3 bags worth of clothes, right, that I was returning. So I was like, okay, something's not right. I cross-referenced the items that were refunded for and the items from my order history, and lo and behold, they gave me a partial refund for some reason. I don't know why. I checked all 3 tracking numbers and they were all delivered, all received by NASTYGAL. I was looking at the items that were refunded. The refund were kind of items from all 3 packages. So I'm like, okay, did you receive the full content of the bag, or did you just choose which items you wanted to refund me for? It didn't make sense. So I'm like, okay, customer service, here we come again. Gave the whole spiel via NASTYGAL's Instagram DM, and I'm like, hey guys, like, this is what happened. I returned 3 packages. Refund for part of my order is missing, and can you guys help me with this? This is my order number, blah blah, right? Give them the whole information, and the chat goes quiet. They probably thought, oh my god, this bitch Jackie again. I don't know what's going on, but they didn't get back to me, and I'm like, okay, well, it's been 2 days, no reply, let me try it again. So I'm like, hello, can somebody help me? No reply. Another day goes by. Hello, can somebody help me? No reply. And then the 3rd time after a week, I'm like, okay, maybe they're not responding to my DMs because I just keep saying hello and they don't bother reading like the rest of our chat. So I was like, alright, fine, I'll just resubmit, copy and paste my initial introduction. That's when this little fella decides to respond. And they're like, yeah, of course, we'll look into that for you. Can you just confirm your information with me? So I confirm again for like the 100th time. After like 1 day, I guess, or like half a day, they're like, oh, here's the rest of your refund. And then I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? How'd you know exactly what the rest of the refund amount was? And how'd you know exactly what the rest of that refund amount was for which items? So here's what I'm thinking, right? So the person who received my order at the warehouse was probably looking through all my bags and was like, this seems like a good item to refund her for. This one too. Yeah, these ones too, but just not those items. And then just forgot about my order. Like, it made no sense. And how, like, the Instagram DM people actually knew exactly which items I'm missing a refund for just blows my mind. Like, I don't know why. I don't even know how they know, because I never once received an email for any of this. All I know was that they just emailed me, you've got a refund. I'm like, alright, great. It was just like poorly handled, this whole situation, and I wish NASTYGAL did better, because I shop a lot, but I don't usually submit big orders like this. I figured if I'm paying for shipping anyways, I might as well go big or go home, right? But now, after this incident, I think I'm take my ass home. Like, I'm never ordering from them again, because I already don't like ordering stuff overseas, and the fact that this incident took me over a month to handle is just out of my capacity. I'm never doing this again. NASTYGAL, I'm sorry, but you just lost a customer. I've been a loyal customer for years, and this is my last straw. I would think your customer service is immaculate, because, you know, so many people support you guys, and you guys have great clothes, great trends, and whatever, but it's just, this is just way too much. And I don't know why it took me so long to get a hold of my refund, because honestly, anybody with a pea-sized brain could tell that the package was lost the first time around. And I don't know why you guys made me wait over a month to get a refund for that. I don't understand at all. So I'm sorry for my viewers too. Like, you won't be seeing me try on NASTYGAL clothing anymore. You won't be hearing my honest review about them anymore. And unless they openly apologize to me or fix it somehow, well, it's fixed, but unless they openly apologize to me, I'm not doing it ever again. And low-key, I think this is why they have a 20-item limit, because they know their packages are gonna get lost in the mail and they don't want to refund you for it. If I didn't stand up for myself, would have been lost in bumblefuck nowhere. If I didn't tell them persistently to give me back my refund, I would have never gotten it. And, like, I actually don't have time for this. Like, I work at a clinic 9 to 7, and I'm a full-time YouTuber. Like, I don't have time for any of this, like, extra shit. So I thought it would just be fun to, you know, online shop to relieve myself of my stress for my daily life, and just to show you guys, you know, good content. But if this is the cost of it, then, like, I'm not ordering NASTYGAL ever again. This video would never reach corporate, and so they won't know our struggle, but I just feel like I should put my experience out there, because I'm pretty sure this is a regular thing for them. They seem to know exactly what they were doing, so I'm just, you know, I'm just gonna leave it out there for you guys. If you guys do want to order from NASTYGAL, go ahead. Like, don't let me stop you, but just, you know, watch out for yourself, because things like this do happen, and I just don't want you guys to be a victim. I don't even know why I'm putting on makeup. Like, I guess it just calms me. I'm like all over the place because I am shit at multitasking. If I'm talking, I can't do anything else. If I'm doing makeup, I can't do anything else. I can only focus on one task. And this is like really bad. Yeah, that's just my experience, my last and final experience with NASTYGAL. It's kind of weird that like nothing really fits my shade right now. Even this BB cream, it looks so pale on me. I don't know what to do. And by the way, you guys, restaurant week is open in New York, so I am super excited. I've never been to restaurant week. This smells so good. It smells like vanilla wafers. When I told my best friend that I was making like a video about this, she was like, are you sure? Like, you might just lose, you know, any opportunity that you might work with them. But I mean, honestly, like, nobody can pay me to shut me up. This channel is super honest, and if this video means that I may not ever work with NASTYGAL, then it's fine with me. There are more opportunities out there. I'm not waiting on NASTYGAL to, like, you know, put food on my plate or anything. I just am a natural shopaholic, and I like to try clothes on. I like to buy clothes. I like to buy everything. Like, I'm a shopaholic. And I just thought like it'd be so nice to show off their clothes specifically, because I just feel like I resonate with their vibe more. And that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this little chit chat, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I do have the last vlog of my Florida trip coming up next week. It did take me a while to put together everything, but this final video is going to be super fun. I'm going to be rating all the rides at Disney, and I'll see you guys in the next one.